what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Bain. Break it down for it. It's your boy, Big Bain, in this thing. And guys, we got something to talk about today, right? Like, what's really going on, right, with MT4 and MT5 and your brokers and everything? Like, what's really good? All right, we're gonna talk about it. So first, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get right into it, and we're gonna find out like why are these brokers moving away from MT4 and MT5, causing us to have a heart attack. All right. And, have all of this uncertainty about what's going on. All right. Next, we're going to talk about Medicals, right? They're the software company that developed MT4 and MT5. And, we're going to talk about, what's up with them and, what was the reason for them to, get rid of all of these brokers from using their software. All right. After that, guys, we're going to touch into, which brokers still use MT4 and MT5 because I love MT4, right? Some of y'all might love MT5, maybe even some of the other platforms, but regardless, MT4 is the king. So if you're looking for some brokers that are still using MT4, I'm going to point you in the right direction on that. All right. We'll also talk about some of the key differences between MT4 and MT5 because I personally know a lot of people don't know what's the difference. They always ask me, hey, which one should I use? Which one is better? Why? We'll get into that and we'll break that down. Past that, guys, you know what I mean? It's really, not too much else to say. It's a simple thing. It's just a very difficult thing that we have to deal with because all of this, just kind of came out of the blue. So stay tuned and we're going to break it down. All right. All right, guys. So why are brokers moving away from MT4 and MT5? The answer is really, they're not really moving away from it, right? So there's been some kind of legal issue, right? You can call it licensing issue. You can call it regulation issues. But, the MetaQuotes company, they have all of these brokers as their clients. And long story short, something came up and they, were either forced, right, by the government or, some other entity to, they're getting penalized in a sense for having these unregulated brokers that are not in the States, as clients. So to, some degree, some fashion, something had to be done about it. And, clearly we all see what happened, right? They were just cut off, right? So if you were an unregulated broker, you got the axe and that's just what it was, right? So because of that, that caused a lot of turmoil with, traders, right? Because, we no longer could use a platform that we know and love so well and so used to, anymore. So, that's really just the gist of it. All right. Long story short, you know what I mean? Just not to put too much on it. So if you guys were thinking that MT4 and MT5 is going away, that's not the case. They're doing just fine. And I don't think they're going away anytime soon anyway. So they're still around. But the main thing is that, there's been some kind of legal whatevers that have caused the software company who creates MT4 and MT5 to start cutting off these unregulated brokers. Now, I feel like there's some underlining stuff to that because, again, they've been, with these, they had these unregulated brokers as clients for like quite some time. You know what I'm saying? So what really changed all of a sudden, right? And then, we'll figure that out and I'll link you guys to some resources to try to, read up on your own and really see like what's going on so that you'll know. All right. But now into the company Medicals, right? So they created or developed MT4 and MT5 and, they still have it available for regulated brokers. All right. And if you want to know who those regulated brokers are right off the top of my head, I know it's Forex.com as well as Oanda.com. All right. Yes, the leverage sucks. We all know. But if you want to be protected, right, with the regulated broker, then, go ahead and create an account with those two. OK, and you should be safe. Right. But we all know the limitations with the regulated brokers. We can't trade the indices. We can't trade the commodities. Right. We can't trade the things that make us money quickly. All right. So it's it's not a lose-lose situation. It's just to pick your poison. Right. Do you want to have protection, right, of your funds and your money and have it all regulated? If anything goes wrong, you're going to be good. You can talk to people, the whole nine, right? It's in the States. Or do you want to be able to have the ability to make a lot of money, but, deal with unregulated brokers where things can go south at any moment and any time, right? I've experienced a lot of, little things that I can touch on, but that's just the gist of what your options are. All right. So what is it that you're going to do? What are you going to choose? Right. It's a hard decision. But personally, for me right now, I'm just staying with regulated brokers until the smoke clears. All right. Until we can really see what's going on, and what have you. Right. I still have my accounts with my unregulated brokers. But just from, the end of the year, all of this going on, I've chosen to just kind of, stay trading with the regulated brokers for now. But, time will pass and then we'll start to see what's really going on. And, if we are, still okay to where we're not completely cut off of, dealing with unregulated brokers. All right. Because they're having a real hard time to just try to keep a lot of the clients that they have. Right. Because, they got the axe and took away what the brokers' clients, us, right, the retail traders, that took away what we love about, one of the main things that we love about them. So, some people was just like, what, forget this. I'm not going to deal with it. All right. So that's that. Key differences, guys. I know a lot of you don't really understand what's the difference between MT4 and MT5. So I did you a favor. All right. I've already done the comparison and I'm going to pop it up on the screen for a second for you guys to check it out. And here it is. Boom. All right. So these are some of the main key differences, guys. If you're wanting to know, should you go with MT4? Should you go with MT5? Personally, because I mainly just do Forex, I love MT4. But, I know how to do futures, right? I know how to do options and stocks. It's technically all the same, just different asset classes. And if you want something where it embodies all of that, MT5 is the way to go. All right, guys. So just know that. All right. Again, guys, I'll also link you to, some resources on basically, how to find a broker, right? Which broker do you want to go with? And again, for what reasons, depending on what kind of platform you like to use. Right. So hopefully you guys will find some, broker that you like. All right. But yeah, I think that'll do it, guys.